Sagittarius. It's your girl, JV. High Priestess. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Sagittarius season 2021, baby. Back in the fire, lit up by the flames. So here for it. In all Sagittarius season, you're gonna feel like you need to wing it, Sagittarius. But no, everyone else gets to but you. I love you. I'm sorry. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm cranking everything out because I'm doing minimal astrological notes this season because everyone gets to wing it but you, babe. I love you. For daily readings, Instagram, justj_everything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. Yo, you're gonna want to just fling your hands in the air, throw caution to the wind, and that is not necessarily the move. Sagittarius, hydrate, forever hydrate, but all season. Hydrate, light it if you got it, because we are asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Sagittarius season 2021, baby. Don't rely on anything but your wisdom, your ethics, your intuition, your gut feelings, and the parts of your spirit that have already been freed. You're just want to fly by the seat of your pants because we're getting all the planets back in, like that Sagittarius stellium is coming. And you're going to want to go, just burn through it. But I do feel like you've learned plenty. There's been enough bumps to your head and enough aha moments and come to Jesus's and seeing God and seeing the God in yourself, really like feeling it. And I feel like you've learned enough to be able to practice structure, practice planning. Though you're going to want to wing it. And I do feel like some of you actually get to. You will. There's a few of you. And there are moments here and there where you do get to just like go for it. But rely on your higher knowing and your highest self. On November 24th, Mercury is going to enter Sagittarius, and it's going to have you all over the place, wanting to explore a wide variety of things, talk about a wide variety of things, into a wider variety of thoughts, topics, your social capacity will expand, like your social capabilities. And it would behoove you to use that expansion for networking opportunities. On December 4th, we have the new Moon Total Solar Eclipse at 12 degrees Sagittarius. I'm going to do a whole new other video for it. But it feels very like light as a feather, like free, blowing in the breeze, teenager, back to like those free adolescent kind of days and that kind of energy, those kind of vibes, joy. There's a big release with density, a big release of density, of energetic density and like weight intensity that you've been carrying around. A release of pride, a release of ego. And I feel like you get to trade those things for this really deeper knowing. And it feels really beautiful. The slowdown from Scorpio season, or the depths that you dove into in Scorpio season are really going to make it easier to strive for those high heights, Sagittarius, and to really like strive to pull yourself out. I just saw a vision of like someone climbing out of a cave but it's like there is a ladder that's like built in. And so there is something, and it's darkness all under you, but there's this like little like peachy haze of light. And it's really important to just keep climbing up. God, my heart just palpitated. So there is something about, some of you may be needing to just pull yourself up out of something, pull yourself up out of some sort of darkness. And I feel like that total eclipse, the total solar eclipse on the 12th of December is really going to help you like release something, like cut. It's just going to like sever. It's going to be really easy to, because there is something about the lightweight, light as a feather, like traveling light, feeling untethered. On December 13th, Mars is going to be entering into Scorpio, and you're going to want to go full speed. And I feel like if you've learned your lesson, you will be able to. But the majority of you are going to have to slow down and really process this, because it can get you in some trouble. And I do feel like, yes, Mars comes there and ramps up your ambition and your drive, and you can really like get shit done, and you can really be productive and really express yourself and really like pursue all the things that you're wanting. But it also can make you a fucking brat. It could also make you a tyrant. It could also make you really irritable. And so just be aware. And that comes with checking yourself. And that's why I'm saying slow down, combined, because it's like combine your mind, morals, ethics, and speed. They're all going to be like, you're needing to balance that. Finding a healthy combination and being able to adapt per scenario, per encounter. It feels almost kind of like chameleon, needing to like allow yourself to be like chameleon-esque, especially when Mars enters Sagittarius, reading the room, slowing down. That same day that Mars enters Sagittarius, Mercury leaves and is going into Capricorn, and your thoughts can really become a garden. And there is longevity that you're going to start processing and seeking out and communicating and maybe being drawn to in some sort of way. And I feel like this is a great time to act on the ideas that you haven't pursued. On December 18th, there is the full moon in Gemini, and it's going to be ushering in a new mindset. Chew on that. Because I feel like this is going to be a great period of integration for you guys, for you to really integrate all the harsh lessons, all the bumps and bruises, all the wish I hadn't have said that, wish I hadn't have done that moments. Really get to come together and formulate into this updated version of who you are. I just feel like I need to check the camera. Virgo burned me last on Scorpio season. And anyway, that full moon in Gemini, there'll also be a separate video for that. It really is going to bring full circle whatever started to really unfold from the 19th of November, that full moon partial eclipse in the partial lunar eclipse in Taurus. I feel like there is some sort of connection from that coming in. Lastly, on December 19th, Venus will go retrograde in Capricorn. Venus is going to be in Capricorn until March. And then that same day, Chiron goes direct in Aries. And interesting, 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. It feels like releasing of some sort of chains, being able to like communicate, socialize in a different way. So like I said, I'm going to just wing it. Those are the astrological notes I wanted you guys to have, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, so that you can allow yourself to plan, because everybody else just gets to really like wing it and pay attention to the full moons, new moons, things of that nature. Definitely a lot going on Patreon though. So, ooh, first card out, Sagittarius, the devil. What did I fucking say? You don't get to wing it. I love you, babe, but you don't. Devil being the first card out says that there is, in the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, there is a big update of traditions, of values, of morals, of your friend group, your community, who you're hanging out with. Some of you are really like, there's an uprising of personal power coming in that's going to give you the opportunity to stare your shadow in the face. You will want to wing it, and that's going to be your temptation. Some of you, there's temptation coming up. Some of you, there is restriction, karma, something that feels like it's bedeviling you. This could be drugs, sex, and rock and roll also. But I feel like you guys are tired of singing this song, and it's time to learn some sort of profound lesson from all of this shadow that you've been like, okay, like mingling in, like playing in. It's like playing in I want to keep the Hierophant too. I'm going to keep that. Because I do feel like there are profound lessons. There is some like conflict resolution. I feel like you guys are really learning about commitment. There may be somebody with Taurus, Virgo. Okay, I'll say that. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Aquarius placements. But this is really Capricorn, Aquarius, Taurus really coming in strong. There may be some sort of tie there or big lesson that needs to come in and be learned in regards to your shadow, in regards to the ways that you've been holding yourself back, or the power. Something has some sort of power over you. Interesting, they both have the same hand signal. Like they both have, well, not the same exact one. The Hierophants are different, but they both are having this arm up, and there is like something maybe about like, some of you may be going back to school, maybe like studying divination, diving deeper into esoteric knowledge. Some of you may have a partner or a relationship or a friend that is really, they're struggling with addiction, and you're having to tap into your wisdom and knowledge to help other people out. Some of you may be really pulling from your dark experiences to help bestow wisdom upon other people. I do feel like some of you are really needing to face your shadow. So once you face your shadow, you can really get to business and start to be sought after for your skill sets, for your wisdom, for your knowledge, for whatever it is that you do, for whatever it is that you bring to the table. 7 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. And for some of you, this has a lot to do with who you're hanging out with. There may be somebody with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements here that you're needing to break away from. Some of you, there's something about therapy, or needing to go to therapy, or changing your therapist, or going to a different therapist, or seeking out a mentor. Some of you aren't going into didn't get an opportunity. You didn't get what is that, internship, or the position, maybe not getting accepted into the college or the program that you're wanting. I do feel like something about, but it's like your rejection ends up being your protection. Center of the reading being the 7 of Swords, Sagittarius. I did not expect this at all, it's looking heavy because you're coming out of deep knowledge that's being pulled from Scorpio season. So I feel like there's so much that is still trying to be revealed from Scorpio season in Sagittarius season. Happy birthday, babe. And your birthday looks a lot like freedom. But it's like you gotta break the shackles off before you can really experience that, you know? And I hope that you have, for my Sagittarius sons, don't be afraid of this. This birthday is really going to level you up. is what this looks like. It really like puts the writing on the wall. So you get to really see who's for you, who's against you, who is really like ready. If you are for you, have you been against you? Have your actions and your words or your goals aligned? And I do feel like there is something about collaborating with different people, going back to school, going to therapy, going to rehab, going to talk to a professional, or switching up your foundation in some sort of way. Switching up who you're surrounding with is going to come up. And I do feel like if something breaks or if something is stolen, or it's like important that you go about it the right way. Some of you may be going towards a more traditional route in regards to something, maybe steering away from maybe some of you are like starting to crave commitment, or moving towards commitment, or moving towards providing more stability for yourself, maybe moving towards like becoming more studious, really like digging to the deeper knowledge of things. So it's what's coming up for me big time is what's keeping you from the next level. Sagittarius, it's time for you to ascend. And that's what's happening. It's like the divine is tired of you allowing all of these things to keep you from building this new foundation that's trying to come in. 7 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. It's just like your foundation, your definition of happiness is changing, has to change. Your definition of fun has to change. Your definition of friendships, of lovers, has to change. And it's supposed to. You know, it's supposed to. And so it always can't be fun. It always can't be sunny. There's this darkness, and this shadow is not something to evade. It is an extremely powerful resource within you. And so some of y'all are walking around thinking that this is a whole flaw. And it's like, no, an addictive personality is not necessarily like, yeah, it's out of balance, but with like sharpening and molding and given the right tools, you can transmute that into a dope ass work hustle and a work ethic. You know what I mean? Like you could really turn that kind of like addictive, kind of like focused, or that hyper focused, or that those kind of that urge driven life. You can mold that into something. You can harness that into something. You just got to give yourself the tools. And for some of you, this isn't addiction. For some of you, this is fear. Some of you are fearing leaving, going to school, going back to school, leaving a school. Some of you are really like paranoid about being taken advantage of, I hear. Some of you, I feel like there may be somebody with Capricorn, Aquarius placements that is really like teaching you something, or you're seeing maybe you've taken too much somewhere, taken too much from someone. Let's get the final card. Final card, final message for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be a juicy plunge over on Patreon. Patreon.com/justjeverything, as low as $8 a month. For the dailies, it's $13, plus all of this other content that comes with it. We have fun. It's the thing. Anyway. Final card, final message. Empty your lungs, Sagittarius. Take a deep breath. Final card, final message for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Sagittarius season 2021, please. And I'm not going to rush it. We're just going to learn how to be patient, learn how to wait, learn how to take our time, how to wait for the right sign. Learn how to, impulse management just came through. There's something about impulse management. And for all of you, that doesn't mean drugs or partying or sex addiction or rejection. You know what I mean? Impulses they manifest in a multitude of ways. And so it's time to really get introspective and see how that resonates for you. What impulses do you need to mind? Do you need to manage? Sagittarius. What has a hold on you? What toxic attachments, or are there any toxic attachments in your life? Does something have control over you? Are you in the driver's seat? Final card, final message, King of Swords, the star on the bottom of the deck, yes. I feel like there is this, and there you are underneath, the Queen of Wands underneath the star with the Hermit. It's going to take a little bit of alone time so that you can go recalibrate, regroup, because some of you, your faith has really been like tried, and I feel like some of you have been feeling really hopeless, and that hopelessness is really about to force you to face the source of the hopelessness. Where is that coming from? Why are you attaching versus connecting? What are you attached to? What's attached to you? What do you need to cut free? What do you need to let go of? Because there is, who do you need to let go of? Because I do feel like there is something about your collective, your groups, who you're surrounding yourself with. King of Swords at the bottom, as the last final card out, says that you're really, this is all happening so that you are able to build a new foundation with way stronger boundaries. And you're structured and disciplined and like almost militant about your progress. Really like caring about fairness, about justice, about doing things the right way. Some of you, I feel like you may have to lean into your word choice, lean into being a little bit sharp. That's going to be fun for you. Getting to like say whatever you need to say to people. Really getting, I feel like there's information coming in about cutting the cord. There may be somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements. I feel like you see, some of you, this is a long-term friend or a long-term relationship that maybe have Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, that I feel like you're starting to see, like you've seen the worst of them and you're starting to see like them really like try or better themselves in some sort of way. Hydrate. And ultimately, this is I just heard resurrection, a leveling up. Do you guys have, I feel like come by the end of Sagittarius season, you really like have said what you need to say. Say what you need to say. You like say what you need to say, you let it out. You scream it, belt it. Some of you, I feel like there is someone who is being really sharp with you. Someone someone I feel like you've burned your bridges with. There could be some of you, I feel like you're going to see maybe some of the relationships that maybe have gotten laid to the wayside. Some of you are feeling like you've been, abandoned or thrown to the wayside or cut off. I do feel like Sagittarius season starts really dense. It starts very like what's going on with your immediate choices, what's going on in your what's keeping you from thinking, dreaming long term, because ultimately you're going to start to realize that anything is possible. Ultimately you're going to start to see what you need to surrender to, what parts of yourself you have surrendered, and what powers you need to resurrect. Because it is time to ascend. It's time to get to the next level. And you don't have to do anything shady or cutthroat to get your way out. But I do feel like there is this breakthrough that's coming by way of using your words. What's holding you back? What are you going back and forth about? All right, so Sagittarius, final kind of wrap up. Pay attention to what has a hold on you. What is this noose around your neck, or this chain around your neck, or who's got a hold on you? What has a hold on you? Or is there any kind of addictive qualities? Is there anything that you're needing to rise above or take dominion over? And if you don't know how to do it, reach for help. Learn how to ask for help. Information, knowledge, tradition, your family, your community will help you break free of any kind of situation or weird relationship. Some of you, I feel like you need alone time. Some of you are going back and forth. Do I stay? Do I leave? Do I want to rush into this commitment? Do I want to get married? Do I want to be single? What do I want to do? You can't know until you take some time away from your current surroundings and do like the professional adult thing. For some of you that's therapy, for some of you it's talking to someone, for some of you it's moving out, for some of you it's getting your own place, for some of you it's asking for more time or asking for more space, or like getting your own life in some sort of way. I feel like some of you it's time to really like get a different kind, like pursue different activities. But for some of you it is like it's time to get a life. I don't know who that is for, and I say that with love, but it's just like it is something about breaking through. Your betrayals don't have to be a breakthrough, but you really allowing yourself to stay in a submissive sort of role, or handing over, relinquishing your power is not going to, that's not your lot in life. So all of this darkness that you're in, and the self-deprecation and the negative self-talk and the self-doubt and insecurity that's coming up, stop running from it, face it. If it's addiction, stop running from it, face it. Because facing it gives you fuel. You facing it is going to generate more power. That is like, all of this is born out of the dark matter, the space in between the stars. I feel like some of you get to have access to that by just willingly facing that shadow, because it's going to put you in a position where you come back to your strength. You reconnect with your power, and you get to use your words so wisely that it cuts ties with any of the bullshit and any of the people who aren't ready to level up with you. You won't care. It's not even like, it's like not everybody can come with you. Know that. And so either way, you're ascending, and you have got to figure out what tools matter, and what skill sets and qualities do you need to take with you? Do you need to lean into, or do you need to harness or better? Because upward is the move. It's just time to surrender to the divine, to your inner knowing, and surrender to your ability to dream bigger, to want more for yourself, because you can have that confidence. You can get right back on that throne and feel so much better, so much like you, feeling so confident. It's right there. So it's like, go into the light, ascend. I love you. You got this. Yes, Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, let's get into it. I want to start by clarifying the devil for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Sagittarius season 2021. beware of instant gratification, because you may be choosing some sort of path that favors that over like your long-term well-being, you know, and that's gonna manifest at different like levels for different people. So just because for you it's not heroin, don't think that, you know, instant gratification isn't something that you still need to address. Because the devil card often appears when you have like been tricked or like tricked yourself into thinking that you have no control or something, and or that something has this power over you, or there's like this shadow side that you encounter, and you can break free. And you can break free by way of knowledge, studying yourself, really reaching for your traditions, your morals, your ethics. But please clarify the devil. How does the devil manifest for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising? If you're feeling hopeless, it's time to really like tend to your beliefs. Because I don't want any of you guys like trapped between short-term pleasure and like long-term pain, you know? That's not a good look. Yeah, three of Cups reversed. The Emperor reverse. Short-term pleasure, long-term pain. You know, like some of you, you're grieving a father or grieving a loss of a relationship, or in some sort of abusive relationship, or for some of you there's like an issue with a sugar daddy or a financier, or someone who wants to dominate you. There may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries placements that or a friend group, or something is some sort of, you running from the shadow is tampering with your entrepreneurship, is tampering with your idea of yourself, your ethics, your morals, your discipline, your structure. Also your friend group. I feel like there's also maybe hiding your sexuality. Also maybe some of you are hiding your sexuality from your family, hiding your sexuality from your father, from a boss, from a work environment. Some sort of temptation may come up at a party, at a work event, at a school event. Younger girls, younger guys, just be careful of just going full force. Be careful of letting your loins lead. Be careful of the thrill of, be careful who you're handing over your power to, because for some of you, I feel like, yes, it's a safe time to explore BDSM and all of that stuff. And some of you, let's say that this doesn't have to be negative. Some of you may be in like a really loving relationship and you're just starting to have really, really great sex. And this great sex doesn't mean that you need to have this nigga's baby. It means that you need to have, like, it means that it's letting you fall in love with you. And like, don't rush into commitment, don't rush into marriage, don't rush into like anything that you don't need to rush into anything. Just, yeah, slow down. Four of Swords reversed. I feel like something needs to be done stealing your peace. Something needs to be done keeping you, no more like being unaware, or like choosing to stay in the dark about something, or fearing the unknown. Be careful of being manipulated by like the tall, dark, and handsome, the mysterious one too. Please clarify the five of, please clarify the Hierophant. And I do feel like some of you, there's something about like getting really caught up in appearances, or caught up in the material world, or caught up in overindulgence of some sort. And you're really needing to remember what you believe in. You're really needing to, some of you need to get back to school. You're needing to reevaluate your relationship to structure, to discipline, to religion, to spirituality. There may be a spiritual leader that's close by, or a spiritual I just heard influencer. Maybe you want to be a spiritual influencer. And I feel like you better make sure you know your shit. The only way to betray yourself is to just like go at it thinking that you know everything that there is to know. There's still so much to learn and so much to absorb. And I feel like you have the opportunity by facing your darkness to really introduce other people to so much light, introduce other people to so much holiness, so much benevolence, so much like better knowing. Whew. You just really need to stop judging yourself, because the keys here at the end of the keys here at your feet, they represent your ability to unlock your wisdom, your own version of the kingdom of heaven. You know? You just got to put down whatever is perpetuating this confusion, whatever is perpetuating this void, this shadow, this self-sacrifice. There's a lot of distractions, a lot of emotional tugs on your heart. There's a lot of things that you want to do, but you don't know where to start. And you can't do it unless you get quiet, until you really start to like go inward and get really reverent about the fact that there's some sort of recovery, emotional recovery that needs to be initiated, because it's also like a mental recovery. There's a mental foundation that is not serving you anymore. And I feel like for some of you, it's been like this, like you've thought there is a lot like coming with options, or there was like variety was, it's like, yes, variety is the spice of life, but for some of you, it's like step away from the buffet. Because there's things coming to light about the way that you treat yourself, and childlike joy, success, and wonder that wants to come in. That's on the other side of this confusion, the other side of this addiction, the other side of these distractions. You've just got to be willing to break free in your heart and in your mind. These sevens right here. There is revelation in the realm of your spirit, your love, your mind. There may be some sort of something coming to light about a Taurus or a Leo or a Libra. I feel like you are needing to, there's just like revelations that are, or aha moments coming in. They're breakthroughs that I feel like that are really going to release your willpower, release your energy. And this is when you get to wing it. When you break free, Sagittarius, this is whenever this sun comes up, whenever this revelation comes, this aha moment, this joy, this confidence, this warmth, really feeling like you're out of survival mode, feeling like you're ready to like be at your best, be seen your best, look your best, treat your body the best, get really out there. Once you feel that swell, this could also be Mars coming into your sign. Once you really figure out what to do with that Martian energy, that's when this ascension really starts to happen. There's definitely some earth sign energy. So let's see. Advice, please, for Sagittarius if they are dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Especially a Taurus. Death. So, yeah, this may be coming to an end. Or there's some sort of deep rebirth that's happening. But you got to have the rebirth before you got to have the death before you got the rebirth. Let's see if there is a Leo that comes in. Please clarify if there is a... What's the advice for if they are dealing with a Leo? I feel like that Leo needs to go to... Maybe some of you are crushing on a Leo. Or there's maybe some sort of flirtation or something. Yeah, they got secrets. And I feel like they're like really petty and like short in their communication. Please clarify the Seven of Swords. Where's Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising. Please clarify. What are they? Wow. Break. That's what I'm saying. Break. I was just about to say, what do they need to break away from? The speed. You want everything to go fast, 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 and you don't get to take advantage of that speed just yet. Going at that fast pace is somehow like a disadvantage for you this season. This go round, you need to go slow and let it come to you, because yes, it's like break away from this inability to surrender to the forces that are greater than you, because shit is feeling shaky because you're trying to steer a wheel that ain't yours to steal, babe. Relinquish that power. Be willing to see. Be willing to go with the flow. And not just appear that you're going with the flow. Really be able to go with the flow. When shit hits the fan, what does your faith show? What does your behavior say about your faith when shit hits the fan? So there are new cycles that are coming in. You need to break away from going back and forth. Stop going back and forth and really just plan, assess, deduce, think about things. Slow down, really meditate, get quiet, ask the divine to show you, and it will. Signs and wonders are going to be a big thing for you, and the Wheel of Fortune is going to turn in your favor and bring in public success and recognition and give you the ability to collaborate with different people that are going to challenge you, people that aren't just going to like kiss your ass or like gas you up, people who actually are like talented or have something to instill in you and like want to build with you. Please clarify the Three of Pentacles. And I feel like it's really important for you to prioritize getting yourself ready for those kind of collaborations, those kinds of connections. So you're not just attached or connected to each other and tied to this like, you know, weird toxic thing. Yeah, it's like the Three of Pentacles. There's a new foundation. There's new happiness, balance in the home. For some of you, there's marriage coming in, moving towards like more fun, more festivities, more festivals, more events. Really getting like a new foundation within whatever it is you're passionate about. And that whatever it is you're passionate about, it requires having a new definition of happiness, success, togetherness, and really getting in motion in a different way than you ever have before. You guys are really needing to get analytical. The King of Swords, cuts through confusion and mental fog. You're going to really be asked to apply reason, not be so in la land, and to really like balance professionalism, what you know, versus like having a good time. Please clarify the King of Swords. There also may be someone with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements that's coming in to teach you something. I feel like they're here for a short time, a purposeful time, but not necessarily like forever. If you're in a long-term relationship, I do feel like this is a great time for you to reassess your goals. Yeah, I feel like some of y'all are getting something that you need, not necessarily something that you want. Some of you have been wronged in some sort of way, and I do feel like the scales are being balanced. Some of you have been stolen from or cheated or wronged, and you thought you would never be that way again, so you've been so defensive, and now I feel like justice is coming in and making it so that you don't have to be on the defense so much. Everything doesn't have to be a fight. It puts you in a position to really like go inward, be alone for a little bit, so that you can really regain your flow, transmute all your pain and all of that shadow into wisdom, so that you no longer are willfully blind and you can get out of your comfort zone and in a position of really pursuing your dreams. And pursuing your dreams is going to look a lot like letting the old paradigm go. The ability to just fly off, pop off at any time and say anything, that's not going to fly anymore, because the divine wants to bring you some good shit. stability, new love, new creativity. But the cost is letting some of these people go and letting some of those old behaviors, that shady behavior, that toxicity, that not speaking your mind, that expecting people to read your mind, or whatever it is, people not being up to your standards, or whatever disappointment that you go into every conversation with. It's like you got to cut ties with that combativeness. You got the cost for this is cut ties, mind your business, get to work. I love you. You got this.